Hello everyone, Yonstar here, and I've been a Godzilla fan since I was a baby. Hell, I was born the same year as Godzilla's 50th anniversary. My dad used to watch old Godzilla movies as a kid, and he made sure we did the same. One of the first special toys I ever had was this Mechagodzilla. It lost its tail, and despite how often my dad superglued them, it lost its arms too. I would walk around everywhere with my Mechagodzilla tucked under my arm. I even bonded with a grocery store worker named Matt over how cool he was. I have this vivid memory of falling asleep to Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 hugging my toy. Can you guess who my favorite kaiju is? The main console we had as kids was the PS2, and since we loved Godzilla, we played Godzilla Save the Earth. It's a fighting game where you can play as 18 different kaiju. Can you guess which one I usually played? Although, to be fair, I also liked playing Megalon and Gigan. I would beg my sister to play it when we were kids, and I always lost. But when I was older, I played it a lot by myself. After we were kicked out of our house and moved into the apartments, we couldn't find our PS2 or most of our games. So my dad bought me a new PS2 and a new copy of Save the Earth. We found our old version right after. We also found our old PS2 in a random box under porcelain dolls a couple years later, and we gave those to Dee. After we were kicked out of my dad's girlfriend's house and moved where we currently live, I couldn't find my game, and I still haven't. I put my PS2 games in a backpack so I could play them later, and it wasn't with them. My dad bought a new copy last Christmas, and this one had the manual in it. My sister and I played it and discovered the glory of Mogira. She got me a Mothra Tamagotchi, though I haven't gotten it working yet. She also apparently got me Godzilla NES, but forgot to bring it, so I'll have to wait for her summer visit. Oh, and I played an emulated version of Godzilla Domination for the GBA. So I've never done this before, but I'm adding this in after I've already finished editing, since my sister visited for the summer and got me some more things. She actually got me Super Godzilla for the SNES instead of the NES one. She mixed them up when she told me. She also got me the signed comic and poster. Speaking of posters, I finally put them up with my sister's help, and she got me this Mothra plushie at the mall. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Going back to merchandise, I own a lot of Godzilla stuff. My dad used to take me to the local comic book store, and they had a whole display of Godzilla figures, but they were usually too expensive. I did get my Chibi set and a Bandai figure though. I don't remember where my other figures came from. I got this large Mechagodzilla around the time I stopped carrying the other one around. I used to make him eat yellow crayons. My dad got me this nice 2014 Godzilla figure. He's very sharp. And my sister got me this Rodan keychain last Christmas, and these plushies and this charm the Christmas before. I'm just gonna keep talking over this slideshow of my various Godzilla figures and adjacent. My brother once got a pretty nice Godzilla plush when he was little, and I was so jealous. And my dad got me this Godzilla comic collection. Hi, sorry, I have to pop back in from the future. So yesterday I was watching a Godzilla iceberg from Pigpen, and he talked about this cancelled toy line that only had limited online releases. He flashed this on screen, and I had to pause the video to look this up. It's the same Mechagodzilla I had as a toddler. Somehow my dad found a rare piece of Godzilla merchandise at a thrift store. It was already missing its tail and the arms were loose, which is why I ended up losing them. I'm just so shocked. I was looking for it online for ages and could never find it. Turns out it's so rare I couldn't find a single listing online. Alright, back to the video. I've only ever seen one Godzilla movie in theaters. When I was 10 years old, my dad took me to see Godzilla 2014. It was the first Godzilla movie since the year I was born, and it was a magical experience. I kind of fell out of love with Godzilla for a while, because my brother would watch Godzilla 2000 over and over until I got sick of it. But I've gone back in full force after I watched Shin Godzilla in 2018. I really wanted to see the Godzilla movies that have come out since, but the agoraphobia is kicking my ass. Honestly, Godzilla has been such a huge part of my life. Godzilla NES is my favorite creepypasta, Shin Godzilla is my favorite movie, and I love my boy! I'm planning a big project that's Godzilla related, but since it's a for fun project, I have no idea when that'll be out. If it's out now, I'll link it in the places. If it's not, I'll link it after it comes out. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye!